It feels surreal, but, daily fantasy, football season has arrived. It's time to free up your Sundays, prepare the game day spread, grab an ice-cold beverage of your choice, and kick your feet up, but not before submitting all of your NFL DFS lineups, of course. We're going to be with you all season to help with your weekly DraftKings picks, and that starts with Week 1. This week's tournament lineup features what appears to be a stars, and, scrubs build on first blush, but cheap doesn't translate to scrub when it comes to what our wide receivers can do. The affordable trio not only heads into Sunday with featured roles, but saving money on them allows us to feature 3 dynamic, dual-threat running backs, all of whom could realistically flirt with 100 yards on the ground and through the air, which would give us massive bonus points in DraftKings format. If you're new to DraftKings, or just need a reminder, here are the notable scoring rules: full-point PPR, 4-point passing TDs, 3-point bonuses for 100 rushing yards, 100 receiving yards, and 300 passing yards. TNF DFS lineups, DK Showdown. Yahoo Single Game. FD Single Game Sunday Main Slate. $50,000 budget QB Kirk Cousins, Vikings at Bengals, $6,300. The loss of Irv Smith Jr., knee, is a bummer, but Cousins as well, positioned to post a strong stat line in what Vegas sportsbooks project as a favorable matchup. Cousins eclipsed 30 DK points on a pair occasions in 2020, narrowly missing a third, so he has the kind of high ceiling we like in tournaments at an affordable cost and hopefully modest ownership. RB Christian McCaffrey Panthers vs. Jets, $9,500. McCaffrey will be involved on the ground, through the air, and inside the 5. This is a great time to include him in lineups as it's easier to find the profits elsewhere to offset his hefty price tag. RB Najee Harris, Steelers at Bills, $6,300. Offensive line issues be damned, Harris will run, catch, and score with frequency this season. Even against what profiles as a tough Buffalo defense, Harris' presumed volume is too enticing to pass up at his price, and we're hoping he constitutes a contrarian play with relatively low ownership. W.R. Laviska Shenault, Jaguars at Texans, $5,000. James Robinson may be the direct statistical beneficiary of Travis Etienne's season-ending injury, but don't be surprised to see the Jags lean on Shenault's versatile playmaking ability to a higher degree, as well. The Jags are favored on the road against the Texans, and Shenault figures to be busy. Week 1 standard rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, D/ST, kicker WR Jerry Jeudy, Broncos at Giants, $4,800. The Broncos' decision to start Teddy Bridgewater is likely good news for Jeudy, who heads into year 2 with eyes on a breakout campaign. He led the Broncos in targets with 113 in 2020 and averaged 16.5 yards/catch. But Drew Lock's inaccuracy limited his overall numbers. Look for him to be more efficient and consistent with the opportunities he receives this season. Even with Courtland Sutton back, Jeudy has a lot of upside. WR Corey Davis, Jets at Panthers, $4,900. Don't sleep on Davis, who's performed better than his reputation suggests. He and quarterback Zach Wilson have established a strong rapport this summer, so look for that connection to continue into the season. Double-digit targets per game is in the cards for Davis in the early going. Week 1 PPR rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, D/ST, kicker Jonnu Smith, Patriots vs. Dolphins, $4,100. In typical Patriots fashion, we don't know exactly what to expect from Smith this season, let alone week 2. However, there is one number that speaks volumes: $50 million. When it comes to projecting who will be heavily relied upon in an offense, following the money is often a sound practice. We're not worried about Smith and Hunter Henry both eating in this offense, as the Pats have supported 2 fantasy-relevant Tays at the same time before. Flex, Airbay, Austin Eckler, Chargers at Washington, $7,000. It's overly simplistic to suggest that Eckler is the Chargers' Alvin Kamara, but Eckler himself makes that very comparison. At any rate, the pass-catching dynamo is a wonderful asset in full-point PPR formats like DraftKings and figures to be heavily involved in the game plan each week. Atlanta Falcons vs. Eagles, $2,000. Both teams have new coaching staffs, but the Falcons' defensive coordinator, Dean Pease, is expected to make an immediate positive impact on a unit that's struggled over the past few seasons. Drawing the minimum price, Atlanta's worth a shot here. We're hoping it delivers a couple of big plays in a game against inaccurate Jalen Hurts.